Hello everyone. So today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new 2015 Opel Corsa OPC. A special thanks to Heron Auto, Opel and Kia for allowing me to review the OPC Corsa today. For all contact information regarding this dealership, please see the description box below. So in today's review, we'll be looking at the interior of the car. I'll explain how all the features work. We'll also start up, look at the engine, go over the performance data, take a look around the exterior, and we'll also take the car on a detailed test drive. So, let's get started. And we'll begin today's review with the interior. So it's got a black leather door card, as well as black finish on door pulls, automatic front windows, as well as the OPC logo, and also the black leather Recaro sport seats with white stitching. So just apply the clutch and turn the key to start the car. So this car comes with the OPC design steering wheel, perforated off to the left and right, full leather wrap with electric power steering. It's also got the white stitching as well, a nice bit of silver trim. You also got your cruise control located off to the left, as well as your standard radio and Bluetooth controls off to the right. So coming into the center console, you got the new IntelliLink system. Now I've demonstrated this before in other cars, and the sound quality is very good, all touch sensitive. And if you just press the home button, you can go through your audio, your gallery, your Bluetooth settings, your apps when you have your phone connected to the car, and your general settings for the vehicle. Now I've demonstrated this system before in the new Insignia, and indeed I've actually reviewed a new Corsa. I think it was a diesel one I had, or a 1 litre petrol, I can't remember offhand. So it's a nice system and very easy to use. Now this OPC also has traction control, heated steering wheel, heated seats for the passenger side, and then you got the heated driver's seat, as well as your central locking and your park assist. And when it's activated, this just shows up on the screen. And then down below here you got your standard air conditioning, and below that you got your auxiliary and USB jacks, as well as a 12-volt power outlet off to the right. A little bit of storage, and this car of course has the 6-speed manual gearbox with the OPC design gear lever. To engage reverse, just pull up on the lever in front, left and up. It also has a leather wrap e-brake, and you also got 2 cup holders down there. Very nicely designed seats, good and comfortable, and these side bolsters are excellent, they hug you in very well. Very soft padding. Basic vanity mirrors, and also you got the aluminium sports pedals as well with the black studs. So getting into the back of the Corsa is very simple. You just pull this handle here and the seat sides forward, and as you can see there's a lot of legroom back here. It's very spacious and very good headroom as well, and the same design as the front seats is continued back here. White stitching, full black leather. It's quite a cozy little car. Plenty of room in it. So we'll just turn on the vehicle's power, as well as the hazards, headlights and rear fog lamps, automatic windows, and we'll take a look around the exterior. So the exterior colour in this car is called Flash Blue. As you can see, the OPC Corsa looks very different to a standard Corsa. It's got a differently designed front bumper, which looks really nice. You also got your automatic bike xenon projector headlamps here, with your LED running daylights, and nice silver trim. And the OPC Corsa comes with these 18-inch alloy wheels, with ventilated steel disc brakes in the front, as well as solid discs in the rear. And this car also has the OPC front suspension as well. And coming around to the rear, got nice sized twin exhausts, as well as a rear diffuser style bumper. And you also got your parking sensors, of course, and a large rear spoiler. And like any other Corsa, it has a good sized boot. I got a few of my things in there today for filming. And as you can see, there's still a decent amount of space left over. The overall length is 158.3 inches. It has a width of 68.3 inches and a height of 58.2 inches. And the total wheelbase is 98.8 inches. Okay, so let's power on the Corsa and see how it sounds. And the bonnet release is located on the passenger side footwell. The engine is a turbocharged 1.6 litre which produces 204 brake horsepower with a top speed of 143 miles per hour, and it does 0 to 60 in about 6.4 seconds. It also puts out 181 foot-pounds of torque, which is increased to 207 foot-pounds with an optional overboost function, and this car can also do about 37 miles to the gallon. Okay, so let's get started on the OPC Corsa test drive. That power is very good. Okay, so as I said, it's got a 1.6 litre turbocharged engine, 204 brake horsepower, and a Corsa with a top speed of 143 miles per hour. That is very, very impressive. Now this is of course a very small, lightweight little hatchback, so when you put that much power in a tiny car like this, it makes a really big difference. If you had 204 horsepower in a big four-door saloon, you know, you might turn your nose up at it, but in this thing, nope. It is very, very, very fast. It's a very quick and agile and nimble little car. Now the OPC Corsa actually has electric power steering, or I believe the last one had hydraulics, so you know the steering feels okay. I don't think there's as much feedback as there will be from a hydraulic rack and pinion. The electric steering, you know, it's something that a lot of manufacturers are doing these days. Every once in a while some companies will stick to hydraulics, which I kind of prefer. There's this kind of more feedback and it feels like the car's talking to you more, whereas electric steering feels, I don't know, just a little bit numb. Well, so we're just going out the bypass here and we'll see about this power again. So this is a very fast little Corsa. Yeah, no, the power in this thing is insane, so it is. I was actually driving the new, or the current OPC Astra earlier today, and I mean, I've just been having a fun day driving high performance Opels. Now the OPC Astra obviously is a lot quicker than this, but in saying that, this little Corsa, you know, it's awesome. I mean, it looks great from the outside. I really like it in this flash blue, and the body kit looks great. Now you can get an optional performance package, which will cost about another €2,000 or thereabouts, and that adds Brembo brakes and a few other things. But this here is basically just a standard OPC Corsa. Now I will of course list the prices and all that stuff in the description below, but as far as I know, these OPC Corsas, you know, they don't cost an absolute fortune. They're actually very reasonably priced. So when we get to the interior of the car, well, as I said, I have reviewed one of these Corsas before, a standard Corsa, and the interior of this is just like any other. It's spacious, it's comfortable, it's well equipped. The touchscreen radio is quite nice to use. What can I say? It's just like any other Corsa. It's a very nice, pleasant little car to drive. It's very spacious. There's plenty of room in the back thanks to these thin bucket seats. And the bucket seats themselves, as I said, are Recaros. There's excellent comfort from them. There's a lot of padding, and these side buses here, they grip you in very well. So it's a very well thought out, practical little performance car. Okay, so we're just coming out to the other half of the bypass, where we're just going to test this power once more. That is phenomenal. You'll never get bored of the power in this car. So one thing I love about a hot hatchbacks is small, lightweight little bodies, and then you've got a very powerful engine up front, and the power is just always there when you put your foot down. Hot hatchbacks seem to be some of the best-selling affordable performance cars these days. A lot of people are buying them. You know, Golf GTI sales, Focus ST, Fiesta ST sales are all doing pretty well these days, as far as I know. Now, speaking of the Fiesta ST, that is the main competitor for the Corsa OPC. So the idea is small, lightweight little hatchback with a 1.6-litre turbocharged engine, producing a lot of power. So this car can be really thought of as a little pocket rocket, because if I just jump down to third, there it goes. Absolutely insane. Looking at this car on the outside, you would not think that it's capable of, you know, just shunting you back into the seat like it does, but it's a very, very capable little car. Okay, so we're going to take the Corsa out onto the back roads, see what it can do. Okay, so we're coming up to a tight left-hander here, see how it handles. It grips quite well. Then onto the straight. So we're driving over a few rough patches here, and this car of course does have the OPC sports suspension, so it's a little on the firm side, but it's not too bad. It's quite comfortable, but of course a normal Corsa would be that little bit more comfy. And then again, you got these Recaro sports seats, which are actually a great help to have as well. Lots of padding in them, very soft and nice to sit in. I'll say is this car handles quite well. Now, as I said earlier, I wish I had a little bit more feedback from the steering. The electric power steering in the car, it does feel a little numb. Hydraulic would be more preferable for me anyway. But in saying that, it's not too bad. The car handles very well. So we're just going to finish up the review now. Overall, I really like the OPC Corsa. I think it's an excellent looking car inside and out. It has mind-blowing performance, 204 horsepower in a tiny little hatchback like this. I mean, that's just mad. Other things, out in the back roads, it is very nice to drive. Now, the suspension a little on the firm side, as I said, because it's an OPC sports suspension, but the ride isn't that bad overall. It's quite decent. And also, it's a very nice car to daily drive. You're driving this around town, you know, it's easy to park, it's got large windows. I mean, let's not forget, this is still an Opel Corsa at the end of the day. It's very spacious, it's practical, and I reckon if you were to drive this car easy, you know, you weren't driving around with your foot to the board all the time, you'd probably get decent enough fuel economy out of it as well. Now, of course, I'm going to be listing all the details regarding the car in the description box below, but I believe these are well-priced cars anyway. It doesn't cost a whole pile of money. I believe it's like less than €30,000 for this. I think it's maybe more along the lines of 24,000. But anyway, as I said, all of that will be listed below. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed this in-depth review of the all-new Opel Corsa OPC. So please remember to rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Take care.